All right, we are back with Sealed Constructed Practice 5, and we're still doing Ixalan block. Let's open some packs. Alright, so we are back, and as usual we're going to start just by looking at some of the colorless cards and then counting the other sets, the other ones. So we have a Prying Blade, the 1 mana equipment, whenever it deals combat damage to a player, create a treasure. That's actually pretty good. Profane Procession, a foil nonetheless, no less. Exile target creature. Then if there are 3 or more cards exiled with Profane Procession, transform it. Okay, so then it transforms into Tomb of the Duskrows. Right, put a creature card exiled this permanent onto the battlefield under your control. Alright, so not bad, great removal. That's a really good card. Forsaken Sanctuary. Relentless Raptor, okay, which is pretty decent. Now, here's the thing, Angrath, the Flame Chained. Alright, so we got Angrath, the Flame Chained, Planeswalker. Each opponent discards a card and loses 2 life. Gain control of target creature till end of turn. Untap it, gains haste. Sacrifice at the beginning of the next end step if it has mana cost 3 or less. Okay, so that's actually pretty great. Each opponent loses life equal to the number of cards in his or her graveyard. Now, here's the thing, is that we might want to try and build around this card because it's actually a very, very strong card. But we have to be careful not to specifically just build around it just because we have it. Right? So there could be, if there's not enough support in it, then we kind of have to pass this over and just put it in our trade binder or something like that. Alright, Gleaming Barrier, we've seen this before. Legion Lieutenant, so that actually goes pretty well with Profane Procession. It's in the same colors, so we might go Black-White Vampires. Yeah, and then Traveler's Amulet, so a little bit of, back to Prying Blade. Okay, so there's some things we can think about there. We got a little bit of mana ramp, but just looking at the stack heights, right? Like, let me show you guys here. You guys probably can't see it from this view, but it looks like I've got quite a few in these 3 colors. So I think that we actually could go black-red. I get that sense, but I don't know. I have to see what I get. So let's take a look and start counting cards. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22 greens. I think that's the largest number I've seen so far in any particular color. Alright, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So 15 in red. That's pretty good. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 in black. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 blue. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 white. Okay, so unfortunately, well, it's not necessarily unfortunate, but we don't have a lot of white. That's our smallest color pool. Let's take a look at that first and see how many white vampires we have in there. Mainly because in here we've got Profane Procession, but more so this Legion Lieutenant. This Legion Lieutenant, which might, so if we don't have enough vampire support, then we can just kind of nix this potential strategy, right? So let's go take a look. Alright, so we're looking at the white creatures here, and we do actually have a decent number of vampires, like, well, not a lot, like 4 of them, I guess. We got a pair of Martyr of Dusks, which are pretty good because when they die, they create a vampire token, kind of like a Doom Traveler. Forerunner of the Legions, so you can search for another vampire, great. The Famished Paladin is pretty decent, especially because I will have life linkers, or I could likely have life linkers. And these Sun Sentinels aren't bad too either. 2/2 for 2 with Vigilance. They're not vampires, but it looks okay. Now, a 4 mana 1/7, I do not think that that's a very good pick. And a 2 mana 3/1 vanilla is probably not a great pick either. So I'm not too happy with this, but I have some things that I could do. So I could potentially get up to 6 cards to put into a black-white vampires deck from here. Alright, so I'm back and I'm looking at the black cards. Now, having 16 black here didn't seem to, well, didn't leave me a ton of creatures. I got, a good amount, but let's take a look. I like Dusk Legion Zealot. We have Queen's Bay Soldiers, a 2/2 for 2 vanilla. Direfleet Hoarder creates a treasure. This one is a 2 mana 4/3 that allows your opponent to get some treasures when they die, so Wanted Scoundrels. Fathom Fleet Border is okay. Pitiless Plunder, basically another treasure maker. Okay. One thing I do have here is a Ravenous Chupacabra, where it enters the battlefield, you can destroy target creature an opponent controls. That's a very good card because it's removal and a creature. So the problem is that, like, with Angrath, I'm looking at potentially playing, where is it here? Black-red. Alright, so let's zoom in here. Okay, I want to potentially play black-red. I'm not sure if, like, there's enough support in black here, right? But here's the thing is, with Profane Procession and Legion Lieutenant, I want to play black-white. So in both cases, black is pretty key. There's not really, there's what, 2 vampires here? And the thing is, like, the other vampire card cares about vampires. So I don't think I can play black-white vampires, and it's kind of unfortunate. So now, the good thing about that is I don't have to worry about white anymore, or looking at white. I can go and check out red and see what I have. Like, I've got some good stuff here. Like, all of these are good, pretty much. I don't really like this Dusk Charger. I might have Ascend at some point, but, and it's not horrible, but whatever. Like, the rest of these are okay playables, right? So we got some 2, 3, 4 mana cards, 6 cards in black. I would need to have a lot more in red, though, to see, like, to do anything with it. Right, so let's go take a look at red and see what happens. Alright, so I'm back looking at black, and we got Fanatical Firebrand, which is pretty good. This Fireshine Creeper is actually better than people might think. A 1/1 for 1 with Menace allows you to kind of get through all the time with it, especially early game. So that could be pretty good. Tillalali's Knights. Okay, I probably won't control dinosaurs, so that's probably not going to be played. Dinosaurs you cast, well, maybe I'll go red-green dinosaurs, depending on what I get in green. Sun-colored Raptor, so it's a decent dinosaur. Headstrong Brute, it's an Orc Pirate, can't block, but has Menace. Okay, basically I'll always control another pirate, and it's a 3/3 for 3, so that's okay. Swaggering Corsair, okay, has Raid, could be a 3/3 for 3 again. Brazen Buccaneers, Explores, which is good. We got another Raptor. Okay, so I do have some red cards I could play. Now remember I said there's 6 black cards, black creature cards that I could play. So let's say I just played all of these, right? Then what would I end up with is like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So I could actually go red-black. I feel like I'm forcing it though. So let's take a look at green and see what we get in, yeah, let's take a look at green and see what we get in green. Alright, so this is kind of a first for me, is that in green I finally have a ton of creatures. All right, the problem is that none of them are super great bombs. Like, so I've got, so I have a Jungle Delver, 1/1 for 1. I can put a +1/+1 on it later. Jade Bearer, 1/1 for 1, where I can put a +1 counter on another Merfolk. Cherished Hatchling, okay, it's basically a dinosaur that can, let's see, whenever you cast a dinosaur spell, yeah, your other dinosaurs can, okay, so this is kind of a very narrow one. And basically it says that if you can, when this thing dies, you can cast dinosaur spells from your hand as though they had flash, and then basically they fight a target creature. So it's a little narrow. You have to be playing dinosaurs to do this. Okay, I got Deeproot Warrior. Becomes blocked, it gets a +1/+1 till end of turn, so a 3/3 for 2 potentially. Tishana's Wayfinder, basically a merfolk that explores. Blossom Dryad, basically can untap a land. A Thrashing Brontodon, it's okay because it's artifact removal, but you have to sacrifice it. Oraska Frillback is a generic vanilla one. I got almost a playset of Jadecraft Artisans, so a 4-mana 3/3. When it enters the battlefield, target creature gets +2/+2 till end of turn. A Knight of the Stampede, which lowers the cost of dinosaur spells. And then a Crested Horncaller, Colossal Dreadmaw, which are basically just like big dinosaur bombs, Ancient Brontodons, and a Cacophodon. Yeah, like none of these are really bombs where if I can just drop them, I'll just like destroy the board. So not too impressed with this. Let's go to blue and see what I got there. Alright, so I got 8 creatures in blue, a mix of merfolk and pirates. So I got 2 pirates, 4 merfolk, and, well, sorry, 2 pirates, 4 merfolk, and 2 elementals. The elementals can pretty much go in anywhere. So 1/1 unblockable, a 2-mana 1/2 with flying and raid. Alright, well, I mean, they're not awful, but again, nothing here is going to just necessarily win me the game. Like, that's the problem, is that, like, if you're thinking of bread, I don't have any bombs here at all. I have to go look and see what else I might have. I might have to go with Angrath, because that's, like, the threat that I could possibly get. See what I can do with red-black. I was thinking, because I had so many green, I might be able to go into dinosaurs or do merfolk, like a blue-green merfolk or something like that. But I just don't have any huge bombs that I can, like, just win the game with. So, alright, let's see what I can do. Alright, so I've laid out the cards for red-black, and let's see, I've got 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 14, 16, 18, 19 cards, so I could get rid of three creatures. I potentially could also put in, where is he here, this Gleaming Barrier, right, but I probably don't need it. Just to fill up my creature count. With so many creatures, I can afford to take out about 3 of them. Now, Tillanali's Knight cares about dinosaurs a lot, so does Otepec Huntmaster. So those guys can go away since I don't really have any dinosaurs that I can really care about. Now, for the last one, let's see. Okay, this is pretty good. Oraska Raptor is a 4-mana 3/4 generic. Okay, maybe take that one out. Okay, Brazen Freebooter is pretty good. This Dusk Charger doesn't seem to be very great either. It's unlikely I'm gonna have, well, I don't know, I make a lot of, I have a lot of things that can make treasures, so it's likely that I could get to ascend and get the city's blessing. Alright, well, let's see what we have here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So that would be my creature count. I don't feel very good about this. This is more, there's not a ton of synergies here, but just more of a aggro type deck, like just good stuff. Sometimes that's what happens though. But because of that, I can play Angrath, the Flame Chained. Right, so I have 8 other cards I can play, so that's 1 of them. Prying Blade is almost a must-have here because I'm trying to get like these tokens, or trying to get City's Blessing in a lot of cases, and So, and a 1 mana, give your creature +1/+0, and equip 2 is not too bad. So maybe I'll put it here as a consideration. Right? None of these are really in my colors. Traveler's Amulet might be nice to ramp mana. Right? So these two are maybes over here. Right? Here, let me just push things up a bit. Okay, so these two are Prying Blade and Traveler's Amulet are just maybes. Alright, so what I need is removal. Okay, so let's see here. Got Mutiny, which is good. Blood Sun, which is an interesting card, but not particularly helpful. Hijack. Okay. Repeating Barrage. 3 mana, damage to target creature or player, and then I can return it from the graveyard to your hand. Alright, so I could maybe use that over and over again, especially later in the game. Dark Inquiry. Choose an online card, so basically the Duress. That's not particularly great. Golden Demise. All creatures get -2/-2 until end of turn. If you have the City's Blessing, only creatures your opponent control get that. Okay. Maybe. Mastermind's Acquisition. So 4 mana, search your library for a card, put it into your hand, then shuffle your library, so a tutor. Or choose a card you own from outside the game and put it in your hand. Well, sure, maybe. Recover. Okay, so bring a creature back from the graveyard to your hand. Doesn't seem like that's the best one. Each opponent loses 1 life for each creature you control. I don't know if I have like a ton of creatures, but that could be maybe a finisher that's unexpected. This one is removal for sure. This is removal. Dark Inquiry. Yeah, okay. So, alright. So, I've got 7 of these cards I can keep. I want Angrath, so that's 7 other ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I need to take away 3 of these. Alright, so maybe, I don't know. Alright, so I'm not sure which one would be the best one to take away. I think Impale and Moment of Craving are for sure great ones. Gruesome Fate, I think this one too, Mastermind's Acquisition is a good card, mainly because it allows me to, let me zoom in here. Mastermind's Acquisition allows me to search for a response from our opponent, right, from my opponent. So that's 3, and choose 4 more. Repeating Barrage is pretty good. I like Mutiny. And let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I can choose 2 more. Hijack could be an interesting one. And Golden Demise might be a good one too. Just, well here, I think I'm going to go Prying Blade to try and get the City's Blessing, and then Golden Demise. Right, and see, maybe that will do it. Right, so that's what I think I would do. Right, so there's the deck I would build. This one's a tough one because, like, I didn't really want to play Angrath necessarily, but it seems like that's the only thing I have that's a huge threat. You know, the other like the rest of the cards just seem okay, but not totally synergistic as I would like. It seems like I'm just playing like red, black, good stuff. Right, so we'll see how that would do. But let me know what you think in the comments. Anyways, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.
To join an amazing Magic the Gathering community, check out kitchentablemtg.com.